First, we worked on developing an intimacy mindset where you're both on the same page in terms of wanting growth and reconnection and understanding. Then we took you back to where everything began, where you learned how to interact with the world, and hopefully you gained a little bit better of an understanding of your own experience through the nervous system, through understanding where those belief systems or where you learned how to interact with another person, showing them love or receiving love, where that all started. Now, third, we are going to step into how do you take all of that information and you bring it into the lives of another person. This is the energetics of union. When people say, I love your vibe, they're actually picking up your emotional state. There's an amazing institute. It's called the HeartMath Institute, and it's a wonderful company that is doing groundbreaking research to understand that we're not just our physical body. Our electromagnetic field actually extends beyond our physical body, and it creates this emission of vibes or vibrational output that people can feel. So I know that you've probably had an experience where someone comes into the room and you can just feel that they're mad or feel that they're happy. Before they even say any words, they're giving you a vibe. And that is you, your nervous system, being able to detect a vibrational state that is equivalent to that person's emotional state. And the purpose of that is so that you can determine in a millisecond if this person is threatening or not. If someone had the intention that they were going to hurt you and they just walked into the room, you might feel the hairs on the back of your neck start to rise, or you might just get a sensation that that is what you're feeling from them. You're being threatened at some deep level underneath your conscious awareness. That is your energy body, and that's where we're going to start with how you feel and how your partner feels to you in your union or relationship. Again, to reiterate, the reason that you're able to feel what this person feels like is because we have 6 senses. So we have see, taste, touch, smell, hear, and feel. Feel is something called neuroception. And again, it is your nervous system's ability to detect subtle changes into the environment that is processed underneath your level of conscious awareness. So when someone comes into the room, they give you a sense, or you have that gut feeling that something is off. That is neuroception really coming into play. It's really, really powerful. The trick though with neuroception is that it's not even recognized in our senses. We say, oh, we have 5 senses. No, we have 6 senses. So when you were little and you had that gut feeling or you were listening to your instinct, oftentimes because those instincts are redirected, maybe you're having something happen in school or with your parents and they're like, no, that behavior is not okay. You learn to distrust your instincts and your gut feeling, and you turn to having to listen to an external authority to make decisions for you. And that's where the real trouble begins, because at a very deep level, you know the right and wrong answers to most problems that you're experiencing as an adult. But because we have this mistrust in your own experience, it kind of deters you from listening to those instinctual, primal responses to the environment. Your emotional state, right now I'm feeling pretty happy. You probably feel a high vibration from me, even through the screen. You're like, oh, she seems to be in a good mood. She's smiling, her eyes are bright. She doesn't feel to be angry, right? So you are emitting from me an emotional state that is now my vibe. When you aren't aware of your electromagnetic field, basically you're not aware of how you are being perceived by other people in your environment. This is kind of detrimental if you think about it. If everyone is just kind of existing where they're not sure or they don't have the awareness that their emotional state is actually either positively or negatively affecting those around them, then we have a bunch of people who are just unable to self-regulate, maybe walking around in the world very angry. And if they come into proximity of you and you don't have awareness that that's happening and you don't have any sort of defenses to block against that, then they are negatively impacting your emotional state just by the lack of awareness by both parties. This is super vital for a relationship, especially because if you have 2 people in a relationship who are unaware of their effect on the other person and are also unaware of how to self-regulate, then this person comes home from work, they're angry, they're stressed, and it negatively impacts their partner at a subconscious level. Conversely, when you are able to teach one person, at least one person in the family dynamic, about how to self-regulate, how to be aware of their energy body, and they're able to maintain a specific emotional state, they actually change the vibe of the entire dynamic within the relationship. For example, if you have one person who's able to maintain that calm or peace or loving intention, and you have another person who is angry or upset or sad or depressed, whatever their emotional state is, and this person just stays really firm and solid in their ability to remain calm, they can actually help regulate the other person's behavior and emotional state to create a more solution-oriented conversation. The energetics of relationships aren't something that are traditionally talked about, but if you can think back to an experience that you've either had with your spouse, partner, or someone at work or a friend, whoever, that they've been really angry, can you also notice what's happening in your nervous system when you are in the same proximity as this person? Do you feel more tense and stressed as the result of their chaotic emotional state? Are you able to maintain clarity, calm, peace? If you can't really think of a time in the past where you are able to relate to that experience, just keep this in mind in the next couple of days. For anyone that comes to you that is really stressed, how does it make you feel? And just bring some conscious awareness to how they're affecting your emotional state. If you don't take a second and just bring this to your conscious awareness, your nervous system will respond subconsciously and create a change in your emotional state, which will affect the rest of your day potentially. So this is a huge opportunity to take some practice in just being aware of your own emotional state and the emotional state of people around you and how it affects you.